Peace and love. It's Malik, and I'm here to talk to you about something that I've been going through for a long time now. Something that I've went to therapy for, and it's still something that I work through even till today, and that's people pleasing. If I had to put people pleasing in terms of myself, I would say, hello, I'm Malik. I often put other people's needs and wants ahead of my own. Nice to meet you. I hope that me sharing my experience can spark a conversation, invoke some thought, even give you a warning to the signs and the dangers of being a people pleaser. People pleasing isn't specific to Black men, though I do feel that we as Black men face a unique set of challenges. And I base it off of the stereotypes that are placed upon us. Us as Black men, we're often stereotyped as criminals. So we have to dress a certain way to look less threatening or to help others feel comfortable. Needing to play sports, having to have some type of athletic ability, being able to dress, being looked at as more violent. And a big one is it's weak to be vulnerable. It's weak to show emotions. Trying to avoid these stereotypes, it's no wonder that a lot of us never get to explore our real selves wearing a certain type of clothes because it'll let you a better job or it'll get you with someone to give you some type of status. You never get to really see what you like playing sports, even though you have no interest in it. You might have a talent in something else, but you're following sports because perhaps you want to make somebody proud. Never being able to explore sadness or disappointment or grief or anxiety because you never got to explore it. You never know how to express it, never know how to feel it. This is really hard to do. Doing my best though, keeping distracted. And I'm working through it. Feeling it, never being allowed to express it. When you express it, you're being looked at as lesser than, not a man, you're weak. What do you think that does to you? What do you think it does to those feelings? How do you think it's impacted us? These people pleasing tendencies, I feel, come out everywhere. Take your family, for example. How many of you have overcommitted to certain things because you didn't want to say no to a family member because you know they really needed your help? But what if you didn't have that to give? Avoiding conflict with certain people, certain family members, comes out in friendships. What if your boy wanted to go to a certain kickback, even though you had a bad feeling about it, you went anyway? How many times have you had instances like that? In relationships, ignoring your own personal boundaries or avoiding difficult conversations with you thinking about your partner's feelings, even before your own. overcompensating in relationships because you're supposed to be this strong, dominant man. You shut off your emotions, perhaps take on battles that weren't even necessarily yours. Personally, for me, I found that it was hard for me to say no, and I would often overcommit to a lot of things where I would have so much on my plate that I wouldn't even have time for myself. I'm so quick to pour from my cup into others that was often left with nothing. I would also define myself at the time as low maintenance and not really needing much. And I found out that that wasn't true. I avoided disagreements, and I later learned that it's not honest to be that way. And I found myself just kind of going along with things. And though I may not have wanted to, I did it to please my partner. There's times where, even sexually, where I might not have wanted to, but I feel like I needed to, as this hypersexualized, hypermasculine man. Focusing so much on your partner in that sexual experience that you don't feel or know what you yourself want or what you yourself like. And a big one that I had to, and I'm still learning to work through, is saying sorry, yeah, saying sorry for no reason a lot of the time. And this has led to feelings of resentment, anxiety, depression, feeling distance, feeling critical of myself, feeling attentive, and feeling loved. That was my version of love at the time. It's the love that I knew. I knew how to receive, I knew how to give. And with self work, is that definition has changed. It's ironic because you'll feel like you're just giving, giving, giving. And then when things aren't working or things aren't right, it's crushing. It's crushing because you've given all of yourself. I avoided conflict, was passive aggressive, I felt things weren't equal. I expected people to just know on how I feel. I felt never really advocating for what I needed. And let me tell you, all you do is lose yourself in that process. And there are a lot of dark sides to people pleasing. You never get to learn yourself, what you like, what you want, what you need. You dissociate yourself in a lot of situations where you're there, but you're never truly there. That's not something that I would want for you. That's not something I want for myself. Life is supposed to be lived, supposed to enjoy it, not live it thinking of other people first. Some things that's helped me with my people pleasing is therapy. Therapy's been a big help, just helping me reframe some of my thoughts, my tendencies, getting to the root of why, asking yourself questions, realizing that you have feelings, figuring out your feelings when conflict arises. If you have anxiety, are you anxious about being alone? Are you anxious about what other people think of you? Is there a deep need to be loved? And asking yourself, are other people's feelings more important than your own? Taking the time to get to know myself has been huge for me because I've put other people ahead of me for so long. I didn't know what I liked, didn't know what I didn't like, didn't know my fears, my goals, my wants, and spend the time alone because there was no other energy around taking it. I was able to just redirect it to myself. Been able to explore myself a lot deeper and have gotten more comfortable with feelings and emotions. So when they arise, I'm able to communicate that. Saying no and learning how to say no is something that I'm still working on, but it's something that has been very beneficial to me. Reframing the thought of no, not just saying no to the other person. I'm also saying yes to myself. So by saying no to going out with friends, I'm saying yes to time for me and my self-care, whether that be the gym, 2K, whatever. I'll speak about this at another time, but having values has been something that's been very beneficial for me. With values, I'm able to be more consistent. For example, one of my values is my health, physical, mental, and spiritual are at the forefront of my priorities. And if they don't align with my values, then it's not for me. It's been beneficial because it helps eliminate choice. If I'm making a decision based off how I feel, I can be happy one day and sad the other. And you can see how that can create some inconsistencies. Doing these things helps me go from what I deem as a people pleaser to more of a nice person. With people pleasing, you're saying yes at the expense of yourself. Nice person, I feel, is weighing the options, taking everything into consideration, mainly myself, my own feelings first, and then based off that, I say yes or no. It's helped me be more fair to myself. It's also helped me not lie to others. It's helped create a more authentic version of myself, which I'm proud of. I wanted to shed light on this book, No More Mr. Nice Guy by Dr. Robert A. Glover. It's a book that has helped me look deeper into myself and really helped me find the root or question why I might be doing these things, exuding these types of tendencies. It also speaks of the dark sides of people pleasing, it creating a lot of anxiety, depression, and also helped me look at myself and helped me realize that people pleasing comes with a lot of dishonesty. It has a lot of what I would deem more negative than positive, especially when it comes to self. The book has real life examples. It has activities that you can do. It's definitely worth checking out. Highly recommend it. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Brother, are you a people pleaser? Do you have any of these tendencies? Do you know anyone that has these tendencies, these behaviors? Do you feel that this is something that plague us as Black men? I'd love to hear your thoughts, your feelings. want to thank you for listening. Brother, I want you to plant these seeds, cut these weeds, and care for our needs. Your thoughts, feelings, and emotions are valid. Peace out.